Chonenu ad shechonenu. Chonenu ad chonenu kirav zvane buz. Rabba sobelo nafshinu alaga shananim. Abuz legeyonim. Yes, Erev Shabbos. Special Shabbos. Shabbos Chol HaMoed Pesach. So let us give some extra tzedakah, more than usually, and we'll keep the tradition of telling a story of a different kind. May I ask you, can you think of keeping Pesach a whole year? Now, I'm not referring to the possibility of eating matzahs a whole year. I'm not sure we would be able to digest all that, and schmaltz, and so on and so forth. But listen to this fascinating little story. As the Russian Jews arrived to Israel, many of them had to go through what's called Birur Yahadus, certifying if they're actually Jewish, because of 70 years of communist regime, Jewish oppression, where people were not able to identify as Jews. A lot of questions have arose. Are their mothers really Jewish? Some of them thought they're Jewish, and turns out they were not Jewish. Some of them didn't think they were Jewish, and turns out they were Jewish. So extensive research had to be made on a one-by-one basis. Each case had individually being researched. Rabbis all over the world have established experts in being able to ascertain if some of the people, if they're Jewish. In fact, I had a personal experience. I had a person came to me claiming that a family member is Jewish, and got me some original looking documents from a particular area in the wider USSR, the former Russian Empire. And I sent those documents to an expert, and it didn't even take him 2 seconds, sent me back, that's all by email, telling me that those documents aren't valid. And I asked him, how come? How do you find it out so quickly? He says, very simple. The color of the ink which was used for this quote-unquote falsified document that year did not exist in this area. To that extent, they're experts. But listen to this story. Rabbi Lau, then Chief Rabbi of Tel Aviv, a person came to ascertain and get a document certifying that he's Jewish. So he brought with him 2 witnesses. One of them was known already to Rabbi Lau that he's Jewish, and he said that he actually remembers 42 years ago he was actually invited to the circumcision, to the Brit Milah of this young man. And I remembered it specifically. Then another witness came forth. He said, I'm not familiar with this young man, but I can share with you a situation that I had for a number of years with his mother. Instead, his mother was an important director in one of the large hospitals in Moscow, gave her certain privileges, wasn't practicing at all Judaism, was not involved at all in anything Jewish. But every year after Purim, she gave me approximately 365 cigarettes, asked me to go sell those cigarettes and find her the most mahudar, the most careful, the most kosher matzahs that you can buy clandestinely in Russia. What are those cigarettes? She was a heavy smoker, about 2 packs a day. But every day, she put away 1 cigarette in a certain box. So throughout the year, she collected 365 cigarettes, specifically so when Pesach comes around, she would be able to have proper matzahs. That's what she remembered from her parents. That's what she remembered from her home, that on Pesach you eat matzahs. Unfortunately, it came with the rest non-kosher. But the matzahs she had to have, and she had to have the best ones. Rabbi Lau heard the story, and he said to himself, in his particular sensitive way of appreciating the beauty of every Jew. And he said, I keep Pesach for 7-8 days. This non-religious, quote-unquote, Jewish woman, far from leading a Jewish lifestyle, she keeps Pesach the entire year. How can I compare myself to her? Her cigarette is much holier than any one of my mitzvahs. That's what Alter Rebbe means by saying we don't conclude the Seder experience, we extend it into the entire year.